Uh, Good, awesome afternoon, guys. It is Wednesday, April 8th. I hope. I know it's a Wednesday. That's half the battle. If you are joining us and you haven't come to any of the Science Online specials, I think this is our third one. Welcome. My name is Chris. I am the Maine State Library STEM librarian. And today we're going to try something a little different because I'm coming to you not from my lab in the basement. I'm coming to you because it is so nice out. I am coming to you from my backyard, which is kind of awesome. And I know that today's topic might have to get changed a little because, believe it or not, we live in Maine. And because we live in Maine, we're going to get snow tonight, which is a problem. Because we're getting snow, I don't want to go and dig out a bunch of creatures and critters. I don't want to go and find a lot of bugs and then release them and have them get caught in the cold. I feel like that's unfair to them. So as much as I really wanted to try and find bugs, we're going to leave the bugs and we're going to leave the critters where they are. We're kind of going to do more flora and fauna. I promise, though, that I will make it up to you, and when it gets a little warmer, and at this point, maybe in June, if it ever decides to stop snowing, we will do a creepy and crawly, and we'll go and find some really cool bugs, because right now, they're all hiding, they're getting ready for snow, and honestly, as nice as it is, I think it's still a little cold for them. We raked the lawn this weekend, and I found the coolest, biggest black beetle, and I can't find him today. I picked up all my rocks. I looked really hard. I just think everybody's hunkered down. However, if after the snow melts tomorrow or the next day, you guys want to create your own bug catchers, I did make a bug catcher. I'm going to show you guys, okay? All it is, this could be a soda bottle. It could be a glass bottle. It doesn't really matter. This happens to be a mason jar we just have kicking around. And also, because I am a STEM librarian and I keep everything, I happen to have... sorry, that's my dog who's also outside with me. Someone, I'm pointing at the dog, accidentally went through my screen door last summer rather. And because of that, I have a whole bunch of screen laying around. And what I did was I took the top of that mason jar and I took this part out. And then if you can see, I have a glue gun. It's not pretty. But I took that glue gun and I glued a piece of screen on there. So now I don't have to worry that my bugs will get hurt. And of course, the only bugs that I catch are bugs that I'm going to record, I'm going to observe, I'm going to catalog, and then I'm going to let them go back outside. Of course, now I see 2 flying bugs. I can't catch flying bugs, guys. I tried. I look like an idiot today, running around trying to catch flying bugs in my backyard. I was not successful. And again, I want to make sure, because it's supposed to get so cold tonight, because we are supposed to get snow, I want them to make sure they can do what they do before it has to snow. Just like we have to go and get bread, eggs, milk, and I don't think it's going to be that big a snowstorm. I'm pretty sure it's all going to be gone probably by Friday. Goodness. But anyway, if you are just joining us, hi guys, I'm going to introduce myself one more time. My name is Chris Dorman. I am the Maine State Library STEM librarian. And again, because in Maine we're supposed to get snow tomorrow, as much as I want to go and dig up some night crawlers and play with some bugs and find some really cool beetles, I don't want to disturb them because I want them to find a safe, warm place to ride out, hopefully, this last snowstorm. So instead of creepy and crawlies, we're going to do more flora and fauna, which is like trees and sticks and flowers that are coming up. Especially a lot of our spring ones, because especially in Maine, I have a lot of green stuff in my backyard. And I'm going to show you guys how scientists go out into the field. Because scientists aren't just in labs. They go out into the field, so that means they go out into the world and they do science experiments. And what they have to do with any sort of science experiment is you have to record. You have to observe, which means to look at things and to look very carefully at changes in things. And you have to write it all down. So for today, instead of needing our really cool bug catchers, so your bottles or anything, we're just going to leave those to the side. And I promise, we will do a creepy and crawly. We'll catch bugs at some point, just not today. So all you really need today is you're gonna need a notebook, piece of paper, scrap paper, whatever you have, and something to write and draw with. And that could be a marker, it could be crayons, it could be pens, it could be pencils, it could be whatever you have. It could be a stick in the mud, if you happen to have mud in a stick. That's totally okay. We are coming to you from outside, and I am super excited to be outside because it's really nice now, and I don't know why it's going to snow tomorrow. I'm also going to be carrying you around my backyard, so I'm going to try really, really hard, because I've never done this before, to not make anyone sick. And by all means, if you guys have any questions or comments or observations, because again, we're going to do a lot of observations today, please put them in the comments. So that way I know what you guys are doing. You guys can tell me if I'm doing okay, if I've made somebody motion sick. I'm hoping to be able to switch the camera back and forth so you guys can see what I'm looking at. But anyway, it's all going to be a big experiment, because we're scientists and we're going to try something. And if it works, we're going to continue to try it and see if other things work. And if it doesn't work, well, we'll try something else. All right, so you guys ready? So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to pick you up. Dun, 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 dun. It's my neighbor's greenhouse. Okay, we're going to go down into my backyard. And the first thing I want to show you guys is the back of my house. No. Is this really, really cool little plant. Now, I don't know if you guys notice or realize this, but there are some amazing apps, especially for people like me who have a very brown thumb. Brown thumb means I can't grow anything. So if you have a brown thumb and you don't know what plants are, it's great. It's called PlantNet, all one word, or Plant Snap. I don't know if they're available on Apple. I'm an Android user. But both of those apps allow you to choose where you are. So in my case, we're in the United States. It even lets you drill down, so we're in New England. You can take a picture of the flower or the leaf or whatever you happen to be looking at, and it searches a database, and it'll give you a bunch of options onto what you're looking at. I'm not going to use those today because I cheated, because we're in my backyard. I know what most of these plants are. All right, so I'm going to flip you guys over. Bloop. And the first one we're going to look at right now is this little plant here. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you to really look at this plant. What do we see? What are you looking at? What color is it? Does it have a lot of blades? Does it have a little blades? Is it tall? Is it short? Now, there's this scientist. His name is Darwin. And he came up with a lot of cool theories. We're not going to go into those right now. But Darwin was also a phenomenal artist. I am not. So we're going to draw this out. We're going to attempt it. So I'm going to have you guys look at this. I'm even going to put it down so you guys can look at it really, really closely. I'll make a little sketch. I'll sketch and you guys can sketch. Just do your best. You can add color if you have something with color. Again, I just have kind of a pencil. I'm just gonna sketch it out. Kind of got a little bowl going. Okay. And again, not the best artist. It's kind of the idea. And Darwin was great in the fact that he went to the same spot in the same island year after year after year, and he noticed that his drawings started to change. And by that I mean the animals were adapting and they were changing to their surroundings. So this is why it's so important as scientists that we observe. Hey, somebody said it looks like a porcupine. It kind of does. I don't know if it's sharp. Hold on. Oh, it's a little pointy, but it's also pretty squishy. So it's not, it's thicker, kind of almost like an aloe plant. Now, does anybody have, whoops, there you go. Does anybody have any ideas as to what kind of plant this might be? And for those of you who are gardeners, and those of you who aren't, I'll give you a little hint. Pretty soon, I will probably have little purple flowers come out of it. Usually the first flowers that you see in springtime, it's this and the lilies. And now I'm nervous I'm going to get the name wrong. I believe these are my crocuses that came up. And then, and this is really cool. Do you guys see these guys? Now, I have these all over my lawn. Look, there's another one over here. They're everywhere. There's some more over here. They're everywhere. And do you know what they are? What does that look like? So these little sprouts came out of helicopter seeds. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to pull all of these because, believe it or not, I'm going to spin you guys around so I can talk again. I'm going to pull all those for the simple fact that those are all, whoops, I lost my pencil. Woohoo! Those are all Norwegian maple. And if we have any tree people here, Norwegian maples do what they want. And once they start to grow, they will grow everywhere and anywhere. I don't want trees in my backyard, guys. As you can see, I have lots of trees. I don't need any more. So I'll probably pull them. All right, so that was our first observation. How do you guys think you did? You think you did okay? So the next one we're going to observe, because again, we're scientists. Sorry, I keep pulling my camera to my face. Again, it's all new. We're trying stuff. Okay. These ones, see if anybody has them. They are all over my house. If anybody needs any of them, let me know. I will gladly dig them out and send them to you. Free postage. Please take some. Okay, I'm going to spin you guys around again. We're going to see if you can figure out and we can observe what kind of plants these are. Bloop, switch. No. Technical difficulties. Bloop. There we go. Okay. How about these guys? What do you think? Any ideas? And again, if you have ideas, put them in the chat. Feel free to talk to each other. Ask questions. See what other people observe in the chat. What do you guys think these are? These have been around for forever. Okay, and again, remember how we were talking about those little sprouts? See those little sprouts? Norwegian maples. Everywhere in my backyard. So what are these? Are they my potatoes coming up? Are they weeds? Are they flowers? Are they bushes? What do we think? And again, as scientists, we're observing. So what colors are these? And be specific. Are they a dark green? Are they a light green? Do you think they smell? I can touch one here. They're thick, kind of rubbery. They're very smooth. So they're smooth and kind of rubbery. If you have any ideas of what you think they are, put them in the chat. Let's see. What do you guys think? And don't forget, we're scientists, so let's see if you guys can draw these out. And please, after this stream is all done, take some pictures of those drawings. Put them in the chat. I want to see them. I want to see these great scientists who are learning how to observe. Hey guys, we got a bug. I'm hoping you guys can see the bug. Can you guys see the bug? We have one bug. Oh, did you see him fly away? I found one bug, guys. But again, he was a flying bug. I'm not very good at flying bugs. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a hint. Once you have these, they will continue to grow even if you dig them up sometimes. These are lilies. And I have them that is not a lily. That is my dog, who likes the gopher that lives under my garage, which is what she's doing right now. So these are lilies. I think these ones specifically are orange and tiger lilies. And they come up in the middle of summer, and they are gorgeous. but they are everywhere in my house. In fact, I dug some up and I put them over in our, let me flip you a little bit so we can switch back to me. I actually dug some up and I put them in my scrap pile with all of my leaves and sticks and trees that have fallen down. And do you know what the lilies did? They started to grow. I feel like I'm being upstaged right now by the dog in the background. This is Bailey. She's a good girl. She's a bad dog. I just hope she doesn't do anything for business on the camera. I'll try and shy her out of the way. But anyway, so science, again, it's all about observing. It's all about looking at things. It's all about paying attention to what's around you and writing it down. Because just like Darwin, over the time, over the either the weeks or the months, or in Darwin's case, years, you get changes. And those changes are noted. And then scientists would be like, well, this might be a different species. Or it could be a different type of plant. Or maybe because it got drier in that certain place, these plants evolved. You can do the same thing with trees. Unfortunately, none of our trees have leaves yet. And I'm really bad at bark identification. Other than the fact that I know most of those trees are Norwegian maples. Do you know why I know this? Norwegian maples are all over my lawn. I have a lot of Norwegian maples, lad. And I just have maples in general. I have a lot of maples in my backyard. But anyway, I hope this was a help. I promise you guys we're going to do creepy crawlies once it won't snow on my creepies and crawlies. Maybe I even have some friends who have some big spiders that they might be willing to help me out with. But for right now, observe, draw what you see, think about what you're looking at. Remember that science can be anywhere, even in your backyard, especially in your backyard, because Norwegian maples are an invasive species, which means they're not supposed to be here. So telling people I have Norwegian maples is actually a help. So look for invasive species. And remember, Plant Snap on Android or Plant Net. They're super fun. You can go around your backyard, take pictures, and see if you can identify. Maybe not now because we don't really have a lot of green things. But soon, I promise guys, soon it's not gonna snow. All right, I'm gonna see you guys. Excuse me. The green things also trigger my allergies. So now that I'm out here, my eyes are watering and I want to cough. But I'm okay. I want you guys to know that I will see you next Wednesday. I want you to keep observing, keep looking around. There's another flying bug. It might be the same flying bug. I've had conversations, guys. Miss Chris cannot get the flying bugs. All right, I will see you guys next Wednesday. Stay safe. Keep doing science. And I'll talk to y'all later. Remember, put stuff in the comments so I can see all those pictures, all right? Have a good week, guys. Bye-bye.